Welcome, mighty companions. Welcome to the way of mastery on Facebook Live. I'm Earl Purdy, and I'm here to welcome you to the way of mastery. And we're going to do the way of the heart. Would you like to be a master of your experience? Would you like to know your power? Would you like to know your strength? Would you like to be a master of your experience? Well, we're going to do the way of mastery. I am Earl Purdy, and we're going to find out how to follow the way of the heart. And the way of the heart, we're going to talk about the first two axioms of the way of the heart. It's so good to see my mighty companions coming online so that we can do our live interaction. I'm kicked back in a row because I want you to be relaxed and join as mighty companions. We are mighty, 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 mighty companions. The most fulfilling aspect of my life is to be here with you to share the way of mastery. And we're going to be practicing the two axioms in the way of the heart on page 20 in the way of the heart. So, what's important to remember while you're going through this with me, don't forget that you don't have to believe these ideas. You need not accept these ideas. You need not even welcome these ideas. You don't have to welcome these ideas. You don't have to welcome these ideas. You don't have to believe these ideas. You don't have to welcome these ideas. What you want to do right now is you want to hear these ideas. And you want to see what the instructions are that the Holy Spirit, the higher power, is giving us. You don't even have to welcome these ideas. Some of these ideas you will find hard to believe. And some of these ideas will startle you. We're not getting together so that we can analyze and judge the ideas in the way of mastery. It's the use of the ideas that will give the ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. Using the ideas. And the first idea that we're going to cover is, I am created as my Father created me to be. I am free. Say that to yourself. I am created as my Creator created me to be. I am free. Let's say that. I am created as my Creator created me to be. I am free. I am created as my Creator created me to be. I am free. You are created as your Creator created you to be. You are free. You are created as your Father created you to be. You are free. Let's say it together. I am created as my Creator created me to be. I am free. I am created as my Creator created me to be. I am free. I am created as my Creator created me to be. I am free. Page 20 in the Way of Mastery, practicing the first two axioms of the Way of the Heart. And I am created as my Father created me to be. I am free. And nothing sources my experience but me in each moment. And nothing sources my experience but me in each moment. Together. And nothing sources my experience but me in each moment. And nothing sources my experience but me in each moment. And nothing has an effect upon me whatsoever. Nothing has an effect upon me whatsoever, save that which I choose to allow to affect me. Nothing has an effect upon you whatsoever, except that which you choose to allow to affect you. Nothing affects you but what you choose to allow to affect you. Nothing that happened today had any effect on you except the effect that you chose to allow to affect you. Nothing has an effect on you whatsoever except that which you choose to allow to affect you. Nothing has an effect upon you whatsoever. Nothing has an effect on you whatsoever except what you allow to have an effect on you. Nothing has an effect on you whatsoever except that which you choose to allow to have an effect on you. Nothing, absolutely nothing, has an effect on you except what you choose to allow to have an effect on you. I need do nothing. Repeat that right now to yourself. I need do nothing. Take a very deep breath and say, I need do nothing. 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 You 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 need do nothing. Then take a breath. You need do nothing. You need do nothing. You need do nothing. You need do nothing. I 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 need do nothing. Take a breath. Say it to yourself. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. So in the beginning, the Way of Mastery says, we would suggest that you practice this second axiom in the morning and in the evening as you get up and as you are retiring, at least twice in each of your days. We ask you to cultivate but 5 minutes the repetition of this thought so that you feel this thought in your bones. Take 5 minutes twice a day. For the next 4 days, take 5 minutes to say, I need do nothing. 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 You need do nothing. You need do nothing. You need do nothing. I need do nothing. You need do nothing. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. You need do nothing. You need do nothing. You need do nothing. You need do nothing. I need do nothing. You need do nothing. We 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 need do nothing. You 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 need do nothing. Say to yourself, I need do nothing for 5 minutes, for 5 minutes, for 5 minutes, twice a day, 5 minutes, twice a day, at least twice a day. Cultivate for 5 minutes the repetition of this thought. I need do nothing. 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 You 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 are created as your Creator created you to be. You are free, and nothing sources your experience but you in each moment. Nothing sources your experience but you in each moment. Nothing has an effect upon you whatsoever. Nothing has an effect upon you whatsoever except that which you choose to allow to affect you. Nothing has an effect upon you whatsoever except that which you choose to allow to affect you. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. Say it. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. You 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 need do nothing. Say this, say this, say this. Let's make this an experiential gathering. Say, I need do nothing. I need do nothing. If you'll notice, I'm doing what we're being told. I'm taking 5 minutes for us to say this. I need do nothing. 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 You 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 need do nothing. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. We 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 need do nothing. I 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 need do nothing. You 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 need do nothing. So the Course in Miracles says to us that we need to take at least 5 minutes twice a day to say that to ourselves until we feel it in our bones. I want to welcome all of you, mighty companions that are joining me live. So glad to see all of you, Patricia, Kathy, Kathleen, Kim, Demola, and many other mighty companions here with Earl Purdy We're doing the way of mastery. I'm the divine repetition teacher. My focus is on us hearing what it's saying so that we can actually hear the thought system that the way of mastery is teaching us. And we're in the first two axioms. We're on page 20. And it says, it will come as quite a shock to your consciousness. The mind will say, but I have all kinds of things I have to do. What do you mean I need do nothing? What about this I have to take care of? What about that I have to take care of? Oh my God. Oh my God. Will the world stop spinning if I stop needing? Will the world stop spinning if you stop needing stuff? Will the world stop spinning if you are taken out of the picture? Would the world stop spinning if you were taken out of the picture today? Would the world stop spinning? Would people go on with their lives? Even the people who are closest to you. So, oh my goodness, will the world stop spinning if I stop needing? That's up to the world, not up to you. So the power of these first two axioms will be what everything that follows is built on. Everything is going to be built on these axioms that I just covered, especially I need do nothing. So everything that's about to follow, hey CJ, everything that's about to follow is a way of watering those two axioms and making them the anchor of your awareness. So what's going to happen when the anchor of truth is firmly in place? See, when the truth is firmly in place, do you know that when the truth is firmly in place inside of you, you will literally create whatever you so desire. When the truth is anchored inside of you, you will create whatever you so desire. And you're going to do what? You're going to create whatever you desire. You're going to do it with perfect freedom. You're going to create whatever you desire from perfect freedom. You're going to create whatever you desire from perfect deliberateness. When you are tapped into the truth, you're going to deliberately create whatever you desire in perfect freedom, and you're going to do it deliberately. You're actually going to transcend miracle-mindedness, because even miracle-mindedness is still a stage of perception that is short of mastery. Even miracle-mindedness is not mastery. It's still a stage just short of mastery. So when will mastery come to you? When will mastery come to you? Mastery comes when you know what? When you know you are literally and deliberately creating your experience. That's when you will achieve mastery. If you want to achieve mastery, you must accept that you are not a victim of your experience. A master knows that they are not a victim of their experience. So when does mastery come? Mastery comes when you know that you literally and deliberately are creating everything that is happening in your experience. There's nothing miraculous about it. There's nothing miraculous about what I'm talking about. In other words, you are going to just decree a thing and then it's going to happen. You're going to get to the point that you're going to decree a thing and it's going to happen. Now, there's one big difference between something that's created by our divine self and something that's created by our false self. When you create from your false self, nothing that you create is permanent. When you create from your ego, when you create from your false self, it is temporary. Anything that's created from your real self, anything that's created from your real self, anything that's created from your real self, anything that's created from your divine self is eternal. It is permanent. It is loving. So you're going to decree a thing and it shall be so. That's to create as God creates. So God really marvels at you according to the way of mastery. God knows perfectly well that your creation was not a miracle. In a sense, your creation wasn't a miracle. Your creation was very, very deliberate. You were deliberately created. Yes, you were. You, I'm talking to you. You were deliberately created. You were born from the pure radiance of love. Say that to yourself. I was born from the pure radiance of love. Yes, yes, yes. I was born from the pure radiance of love. So God doesn't sit on, let's say, imagine God doesn't sit on God's throne according to the course and say, I wonder if I'm worthy to create my children. I wonder if I'm worthy to express myself through the divine spark of consciousness that my children are. Never does it enter into the holy mind of God. God doesn't go, I wonder if it's okay if I create a solar system. God just receives a thought. God just receives a thought, or a thought just emanates from God's powerful holy mind. And then God decrees it, and it is so. And then the way of mastery says, the Creator looks upon all things and says, it is very good. It is very good. The Creator looks upon His creations and says, it's very good. So you are very good. 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 So now we're going to do another exercise. We're going to do an exercise in conscious creation. Would you like to do an exercise in conscious creation? It's so good to see all of you online, seeing you communicate with each other, seeing you communicate with me. I get a chance to see all of your remarks. We get a chance to be a mighty companion family. So what we're going to do now, we're going to talk about in the way of the heart, in the way of mastery. We're going to do the exercise. We're going to do an exercise. Would you like to do an exercise in conscious creation? Would you like to be a conscious creator? I want to be a conscious creator. That's what I want to be. I want to be a conscious creator. So the third and last exercise that we would give you in this lesson is this. This is your third exercise. This is your last exercise. So I want you to choose something that you do every day. I want you to choose something that you do every day. Something that you are convinced is so utterly ordinary. Something so ordinary that it certainly doesn't hold any power or any spiritual meaning whatsoever. I want you to think about something you do that's totally ordinary, that doesn't necessarily seem like it's something spiritual or something powerful. It could be something as simple as drinking a glass of water. It could be something as simple as brushing your teeth. It could be something as simple as just yawning or walking down the street or sitting in the chair. I want you to think of something that you do that you think is totally ordinary. I want you to pick something that you know you do every day. So I want you to pick something that you know you do every day, and I want you to take that thing that you do every day, and I want you to decide to make that the focus of your worship. So I want you to take the most simple thing, one simple thing that you do every day, and you want to make that the focus of your worship. So that when you do it, when you get through doing that, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, whatever, I want you to stop and do what? I want you to stop and say, it's very good. Where Mastery says, stop and say, it's very good. It's very good. Even if it's something as simple as just raising your head off your pillow, stop and tell yourself it's very good. I want you to become aware of everything you do, even the most ordinary thing. And I want you to own that very ordinary thing that you're doing is self-created. I'm creating going to the shower. I'm creating going to the store. I'm creating going to the refrigerator to get some water. In other words, make the most ordinary thing that you do the focus. That's right, combing your hair. That's right, Latricia. Washing dishes, Quana. That's right. Whatever it is, become aware of it and own it as something that you are creating. And then as you contemplate that ordinary thing that you're doing, as you contemplate that ordinary thing that you're doing, say to yourself, whatever the ordinary thing is, say, this is very good. I have done this and it is good. I have created. It is very good. I have done this, and it is good. I have created. It is very good. I have done this, and it is good. I have created. Take a breath. Whatever that ordinary thing is, say this to yourself. It is very good. I have done this, and it is good. I have created. It is very good. I have done this, and it is good. I have created. Do that ordinary thing. Do that ordinary thing, and then say, it is very good. I have done this, and it is good. I have created. Now, again, those that are truly committed will find that they begin to enjoy this process. So how can you tell if you're truly committed? If you're truly committed, when you do this process of focusing on something very ordinary that you do, and when you say it's good, I've done this and it's good and I have created, when you really begin to get it, you will enjoy doing this process. And those who are truly committed, they begin to apply this process of focusing on whatever they're doing and seeing it as very good, and then claiming that they've done this and that it's good and that they have created. And then a person that's really committed, that's a person that will begin to apply this attitude more and more to other events in their life. So what does that mean? As you are truly committed, to the process of seeing yourself as a deliberate creator, then you are going to claim that you are the creator of more and more of the things that happen to you. You're going to start owning that you are creating whatever is happening to you, even if it's some things that you think you don't like, even if it's some things you think you don't like. But once you begin to accept that you are a creator, you're going to start assuming responsibility for your experience of everything you experience. And you're going to start to enjoy feeling so powerful and not feeling like a victim. Feeling like a creator feels 10 times better, 1,000 times better than feeling like a victim. So in the beginning, I know there's going to be some things that you won't want to accept, that you are the creator of those experiences. That's understandable. But don't necessarily just focus on that. Focus on the fact that you can create something that's very, very good, and you can do it because you are a creator. When you become committed, it's like you reawakening the childlike joy of building a castle in a sandbox, because that's what you're doing in truth right here. It's like you're building a castle in a sandbox. But do you know what your sandbox is? Consciousness is your sandbox. Consciousness is your sandbox. You are creating castles right now. And that castle is your experience, your physical experience. It is your castle. It is your consciousness. It is your sandbox. You have simply forgotten to enjoy your sandbox. You may have forgotten to enjoy creating castles. You are the creator. You are the creator of your experience. You are the creator of your experience. You are the creator of your experience. You are creator of your experience. So when you're through creating something, when you want to get rid of it, you don't lament, oh, but if I give this up, if I change my mind, if I move on, what's going to happen to my creations? What are other people going to think of me if I act like a child, if I just take my little plastic shovel and I knock the castle down and I go in and have a sandwich for lunch? What would people think of me? Will I fit in? Will I be accepted? Will I be judged? Will I be persecuted if I do it the way that I deliberately want to do it? The Way of Mastery says, who cares? Who cares what other people will think? Who cares whether or not you fit in? Who cares whether or not you will be accepted? Who cares whether or not you will be judged? The opinions of others mean nothing. 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 Say it to yourself. Take it in. Receive it. The opinions of others mean nothing. The opinions of others mean nothing. The opinions of others mean nothing. Unless, of course, you want the opinions of others to mean something. I mean, if you want other people's opinions to control you, if you want other people's opinions to mean something, then it will. Now we come to what concludes this lesson, which is what blocks you in your mind. What's blocking you? What's blocking you from becoming a master? What's blocking you from being an incredible master of your experience? What is blocking you? What blocks you in your mind? What blocks you in your mind? What blocks you in your mind? So even as you're listening to this, even if you're reading this along with me, you may recognize that something that the Way of Mastery has said may give you some resistance. You may feel some resistance. So if you feel like sharing, share what it is that you've heard that's given you the most resistance. What is it that I've said from A Way of Mastery that you've had the most resistance to so far? Just share that with everybody. You may recognize the resistance. That resistance is what? That resistance is the energy of fear. So what is the resistance? Whenever you feel resistance, resistance is fear. Resistance is fear. So, and what is the fear? Well, the fear is what will happen if I follow this path. A lot of people are very worried about what's going to happen if they follow the Way of Mastery, if they follow a metaphysical path, if they follow this unusual path that we're on. Many people wonder what's going to happen, and they feel fear, and they feel resistance. Well, do you know that's the part of your mind called the ego? That's the part of your mind that's going to rise up to tell you that if you listen to Yeshua, if you listen to the one that some have called the Savior of the world, that it's going to take you to a path of destruction. There's a part of you, there's a fearful voice that may tell you if you follow this path that it's going to lead to destruction, that somehow or another it's going to lead to loss for you if you follow a metaphysical, spiritual path, if you see yourself as a deliberate creator, if you no longer see yourself as a victim, if you're no longer blaming others. There's a part of the mind that will tell you that that's going to lead to your destruction, and that's the ego. The ego is the false self. The ego is the fearful voice. The ego is the part of you that you should never let guide you. So the ego is going to tell you that if you follow what the Way of Mastery is saying, that it's going to lead to your destruction, because your ego knows that voice that is not true you. It knows that if you keep following the path of love, that voice of fear will be dissipated. And so I want you to realize one very important thing. If you believed in God, you would not worry about money. If you believed in God, if you really believed in God, if you really believed in God, if you really felt connected to the Creator, if you really felt connected to the Creator, you would not worry about money. You would not have anxiety about money, because you know that all things would come to you from the Creator. You would know that the Creator is going to take care of you, and your job is to get rid of the blocks to the recognition of that. So the Way of Mastery is telling us that the reality of you, the reality of who you are, that unlimited spiritual being, that powerful, powerful consciousness, that powerful spirit that you are, what you really are, cannot be destroyed. That is great news. Listen to me. You, the reality of who you are, cannot be destroyed. That resistance is fear. What you're feeling is only fear. And fear, do you know that fear is one of the energies out of alignment with the truth of the kingdom? Fear is an energy that's out of alignment with the truth. Fear never equals truth. Fear never equals truth. Therefore, don't be afraid. Don't continue to be afraid, but continue. How should you continue? Continue in faith. Most people worry a lot about paper strips and metal discs called money, and I certainly understand that. I have a human identity also. But that still doesn't change the fact that if I really had the faith in my Creator, and I really knew consciously my connection to the Creator, if I knew I could deliberately create, I would never worry about how I was going to be taken care of in this physical material world. I would never worry about whether or not I could attract a partner or a mate to me. If I knew my connection to God, I would never worry about my health. And I would know that I could ask for the correct perception of my body, and I could allow my body to be healed if that's what should happen, because I really don't know my own best interests. For all I know, the illness that I'm going through could be part of a soul lesson that some part of me believes it needs to learn. But I know that if I allow myself to recognize that I am an extension of the love of God, then I know within me there is something that can heal whatever I'm going through. So I say unto you, if you just keep continuing in faith, if you just keep on studying, keep on reading, keep on remembering what you're being told from a way of mastery, if you were to do this exercise a couple of times a day, where you tell yourself that you need do nothing and that you are deliberately creating your experience, it says, I say unto you that you will discover at the end of this pathway. What's at the end of this pathway? What is the end? What is at the end of this pathway? How is this pathway going to turn out? Well, at the end of this pathway, there is perfect freedom, perfect freedom, perfect power, perfect power, perfect spaciousness. At the end of this journey, there is perfect spaciousness. At the end of this journey, do you know that at the end of this journey, there is perfect joy? That is how this is going to turn out. You will live happily ever after. And that's how reality truly, that's how this experience, this journey truly ends. It ends in perfect joy. It ends in perfect peace. The perfect peace of living. Living where? Literally living in the kingdom of heaven. The Course in Miracles, the way of mastery, they say the kingdom of heaven is total love. The kingdom of heaven is our reality. Our reality. So what does that say? Like you said, Kim, Lord, please show me a correct perception of my financial situation. What would that look like, dear Lord? That's what you do. You ask for the correct perception. Trudy, I'm glad that you appreciate what I do. I appreciate being able to serve you. Macy says she will be responsible. And that is, and at the very least, take responsibility for how you see things. If you're not at that point in your spiritual awareness that you can take responsibility for being the creator of everything you experience, at least take responsibility for being the creator of how you experience everything. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. For those of you that will feel this resistance come up so strongly, and for those of you that will yet call unto Yeshua, Jesus, in your dreams and in your prayers, call on Yeshua. Call on Yeshua. Say, help me through this. Call on God. Call on love. Call on the divine. Call on heaven. It's all the same thing. Call on all that is and say, help me through this. You know the situation. You know the circumstance. Close your eyes and say, help me through this. Help me through this. Help me through this. Help me through this. You know what you're going through right now. Help me through this. You know what it is that I'm talking about. Help me through this. Say, help me through this. You can say, help me, Holy Spirit. Help me through this. You can say, divine love, help me through this. I say unto you that you don't walk alone. You don't walk alone. You don't walk alone. Bridget, you're not walking alone. Irene, you're not walking alone. Latricia, you're not walking alone. Renew, you're not walking alone. Yvette, you're not walking alone. Mighty companions, you do not walk alone. Do you know that Yeshua, Jesus, the Holy Spirit cannot be further from you than the width of a thought? And yes, you may not want to accept it, but you are the creator of your thought. You are the creator of the way that you're thinking right now. You're the creator of the way that you're thinking right now. But you never walk alone. That means you have all kinds of invisible help. You have invisible help. Angels are nothing but your friends without a body. Angels are nothing but the beings that love you that are not in a body. You are not alone. You don't walk alone. Yeshua says, I too embarked upon just such a path. Each axiom that I will share and refine, as well as many of the exercises in the way of mastery are specifically exercises and truths that have been given to Yeshua. From the time that Yeshua was initiated by certain esteemed teachers in the way of the heart, Yeshua Jesus is just passing on to us what Jesus learned. When my teachers said, it is time to go, Yeshua, and spend 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. Don't you believe that resistance would have come up within Jesus also? Jesus too had to notice that he was creating a thought of fear and separating himself from the great protection and love of God when he may have had some fears come up. The way of mastery said Jesus had to physically move the body into the wilderness to move through his own rings of fear, to discover what was on the other side. Even Jesus had to go past his human identity that has fear. It says here, the pathway that Jesus, Yeshua, has walked is the pathway that you are walking. Do you know that you are walking the same pathway that Yeshua walked? We are all going through the same stages, but we're going through the same stages at different times. We're going through the same stages, and there's not a stage that we're going through that Yeshua did not go through. We're all going through the same stages. And if our pathway is the same, do you know that if our pathway is the same, do you know what that means? It means we walk together to God. We are walking together to God. That's why I love being here with you. That's why I love these classes that I do, because I feel like I'm meeting with those who I love, who feel like as a teacher, they really resonate to the truth as it's coming through me, but not from me. So I feel your love. It's not important so much the words as that we use this opportunity to love each other. So if our pathway is the same, then we walk together to God. We walk together to love. So what does that mean? We walk away from illusion. What else does it mean? We walk away from pain. What else does it mean? We walk away from weakness. What else does it mean? We walk away from unworthiness. We walk away from guilt. And we walk away from death. So, what should we do? The way of mastery says, engage in your exercises with great zeal. Engage in your exercises with great excitement, great enthusiasm, and great zeal. Engage in your exercises with great joy. Engage with great joy. And above all, what should you do above all? What should you do above all? Engage in your exercises with great outrageous playfulness, with great outrageous playfulness, with great outrageous playfulness. That's what we should do this with great outrageous playfulness. Let's have outrageous playfulness. Learn to look with innocence. So what is it that a person should learn to look with great innocence upon? Look on everything with innocence. Look upon everything with innocence. Look at everybody in your life with innocence. Look at everything, even the things that we see going on in the country. All those learning experiences, all those calls for God, we ought to look at them with innocence. Because it's time for us to abide lovingly with our creations. Everything that we see, it's our creation. Our creation. Everything that we are experiencing is our creation. Everything that we're seeing is our creation. So if you put these little exercises that I've given, if you put them to work, if you do what was suggested, you are going to have incredible things arise in your life. So practice how? Practice well. Practice well. Practice well and practice with joy. Practice well and practice with joy. Practice well and practice with joy. I practice well and I practice with joy. Say it. I practice well and I practice with joy. 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 Say it. I practice well and I practice with joy. I practice well and I practice with joy. You practice well and you practice with joy. You practice well and you practice with joy. Say it. I practice well and I practice with joy. I practice well and I practice with joy. We practice well and we practice with joy. We practice well and we practice with joy. Know that you are loved. Know that you are loving. Know that you are lovable. You are loved, you are loving, you are lovable. You are loved, loving, and lovable. Know that you are loved, loving, and lovable. Know that you are loved, loving, and lovable. Know that you are loved, loving, and lovable. And that the only thing in truth, the only thing that's occurring is that an old dream is being released. That's the only thing that's happening right now. Mighty companion, do you know that the only thing that's happening right now is an old dream of fear and guilt is being released, that a new dream might replace it? There's a new happy dream that's about to replace any dream of fear or unhappiness. And this new dream, what kind of dream is this new dream going to be? This new dream is going to be a dream of worthiness. This new dream life that you're going to have is going to be a dream of peace. This new dream that you are having is going to be a dream of wakefulness and union with all of creation. You're going to unite with all of creation. You're going to have an experience, this dream, this is a dream, by the way. And this dream is going to become a dream of worthiness, a dream of peace, a dream of wakefulness and union with all of creation. Again, I say, Yeshua says, I come not alone in this specific work. Yeshua, I didn't come alone. I'm not by myself. Sometimes we think of only Jesus or only Yeshua or only Buddha or only some spiritual master. But there are many, we have many many invisible helpers. You have many, 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 many invisible helpers. I have many, 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 many invisible helpers. You have many, 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 many invisible helpers. You are not alone. Yeshua says, I come with many. I come with many who support your healing and your awakening. I come with many. I come with many who support your healing. I come with many who support your healing. I come with many who support your awakening. There are many who support your healing and happiness. There are many who support your awakening. There are many. There are many. Indeed, therefore, indeed, what should you do? What should you do? What should you do? It says right here in the Way of Mastery, be at peace. Be at peace. Be at peace this day. Be at peace this day. Beloved friends, beloved friends, beloved friends, beloved friends, beloved friends, beloved friends. Be at peace. Be at peace. When should you be at peace? Be at peace now. Be at peace this day. And abide. How should you abide? Abide lovingly. Lovingly with your creations. Abide lovingly with your creations. All right, so I'm going to do a quick little recap of the axiom. I want to thank you for joining me live on Facebook Live. I am a full-time teacher. It is my calling in the world. And if you'd like to make a financial expression of appreciation, I truly, truly would fully appreciate it to support me in this teaching ministry. Thank you, God. Thank you, mighty companions. Just go to my website, www.earlpurdy.com, and you can make a donation there, or you could use Venmo and use my email, earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com, earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com. Thank those of you who've been sharing with me. I thank those of you who are watching and joining and building up our mighty companion spiritual family. If you would like to have a one-on-one session with me, it's called a clarity session, where I will show you how you can have everything you've ever wanted in your heart for real, using my almost 40 years experience of teaching and counseling, then go to my website. And also, for those who are open to it, I use my ability as an astrologer and a numerologist, which is something that I've been doing for almost 40 years that got me on my spiritual path in the first place. There are answers and solutions that are available to you. Just go to my website, www.earlpurdy.com, and look under Clarity Sessions, and you can self-book an appointment with me right on the site. And there are hundreds of classes that are available that you can watch at no charge. So there's a lot that is available to you, and I'm here to be truly helpful. So on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, on the Earl Purdy page on Facebook, I do Hardcore Course in Miracles, 7 p.m. Mountain Time on Thursdays. On Sundays at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, I do a Course in Miracles on Facebook Live and in person, so that we can go deeper into the Course in Miracles. And on Tuesdays, we do the Way of Mastery, and we are now in the Way of the Heart. We're now in the Way of the Heart. And so I am excited. So let's go back over these two axioms. I appreciate you all communicating with each other. And don't forget to listen to this over and over and over again. It's very important to listen to it over and over again. Okay, so let's practice the first two axioms as a review in order for us to complete here we go. And it says, practicing the first two axioms, page 20. I am created as my Father created me to be. I am created as my Father created me to be. I am created as my Father created me to be. I am created as my Father created me to be. I am created as God created me to be. I am created as God created me to be. I am free. I am free. I am free. I say it with me now. I am created as my God created me to be. I am free. You are free. You are free. You are free. You are free. And nothing sources my experience but me in each moment. Did you hear that line? I'll say it again. And nothing sources my experience but me in each moment. Say it to yourself. And nothing sources my experience but me in each moment. And then you just take a breath and go, and nothing sources my experience but me in each moment. So that means nothing is causing your experience but you in each moment. Nothing has an effect upon me whatsoever. Nothing has an effect upon me whatsoever. Say it. Nothing has an effect upon me whatsoever. Nothing has an effect on me whatsoever. Nothing has an effect upon me whatsoever, save that which I choose to allow to affect me. Save that which I choose to allow to affect me. Save that which I choose to allow to affect me. So the whole sentence is, nothing has an effect upon me whatsoever, save that which I choose to allow to affect me. Nothing affects you but what you choose to allow to affect you. Nothing affects you but what you choose to allow to affect you. Then how are we going to finish? We're going to finish it up with the main statement that we were told to say for 5 minutes twice a day, which is, I need do nothing. Let's say it. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. I need do nothing. Let's say it this way. We need do nothing. We need do nothing. We need do nothing. You need do nothing. Say it to yourself. I need do nothing. Give it to God. Give it to God. Give it to God. Listen, 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 listen. Mighty companions, thank you so much. You have helped me remember who I am. I love all the comments. Please share this video. Listen to it over and over again. I do it in rhythm because it's easier to hook the mind with rhythm. When you hear it back, it'll be easier to grab your attention and to remember it with rhythm. I know that sometimes drives those of us who want to just have total silence all the time in the background. That can be a challenge, but that's your opportunity to grow. So it's all good. But the truth is, music is like an army. It allows things to sink right into your consciousness. And I love it. I love you, and I appreciate you. And I'm going to give it to God. You, we need do nothing. See you next time. Love you. Sending you love, CJ, Bridget, Demola, Renew, everybody, all of you, even those who are quiet and watching. I love you. Earl Purdy, signing off.